Knowledge, teamwork, and game smarts. These are the ingredients turning your everyday players into tomorrow's professional gamers. But to truly appreciate the future competitors of esports, we need to pay homage to the moments from the past. Arena Esports takes you on a trip back in time to enjoy the greatest plays from the world of esports. Once the challengers had been whittled down to 4, it was time for the final day of the 2019 Magic the Gathering Mythic Invitational. Early on in the day, Finnish star Savage found his feet by defeating Czech hopeful Ondrej Straský 2-1 after Straský conceded his final game, finishing the tournament in 4th place and taking home a tidy $45,000. Savage's joy was short-lived as Polish sensation Piotr Glogowski took him out in the very next round. The games were evenly matched and close, but that Esper control deck was just no match for Piotr's mono-red aggro deck. It was filled with spells designed to wound. With so many small paper cuts, the opponent bled to death without realizing it happened. Glogowski top-decked a lightning strike to win the match.
But keep in mind, he now only has access to 1 mana. Glogowski can still draw a 3 damage burn spell here for lethal because he does not. Savage does not have mana for Moment of Craving. So if Glogowski draws a 3 damage burn spell, that's it! That's lethal! That's lethal! Glogowski top deck to win, and he needs to go for it here.
It all came down to the final 2. Piotr Glogowski, a relative newbie to Magic with only 7 years under his belt at the time, had only single-colored decks. With his red and mono-blue tempo decks, he had been dealing pain and cancelling spells throughout the weekend. Meanwhile, Italian card slinger Andrea Mengucci, who had been playing Magic for over 15 years, had yet another Esper control deck. Although the tournament didn't allow sideboards as a rule, he was allowed one due to the mechanics of Mastermind's acquisition, which gave players the choice to either search their library for a card or to choose a card they own from outside the game and put either of them into their hand. Additionally, he had a mono-white aggro deck. Players don't normally think about white as an aggro color, but this was the kind of deck that mixed things up entirely. This wasn't the first time Glogowski and Mengucci had met that day. In their earlier game, Mengucci crushed Glogowski 2-0.
Glogowski crossing his fingers going, please don't have Conclave Tribunal, please don't have it. And of course Mengucci has it.
Womp womp.
This was Glogowski's time to make good on his loss. The first matchup was Mengucci's Esper control against Glogowski's mono-blue tempo. Game 1 was incredibly close. Glogowski had Mengucci on the ropes until Mengucci pulled out Kaya's Wrath. Glogowski had little choice but to concede. Now sitting at tournament point, everything was on the line. While $125,000 is nothing to be sneezed at, both players came to this tournament to get their hands on the $250,000 prize. Mengucci started the game with a tactical error. Both players were clearly nervous, trading damage and making little impact. That was until Mengucci started drawing the cards he needed over and over again to make the perfect sequence of plays. Unfortunately, Glogowski wasn't so lucky and didn't draw into a single thing that would have helped. Meanwhile, Mengucci was utterly destroying him.
He has not taken a loss today, absolutely crushing his opponents.
all the way through the top 4. He did not lose a single time. Keep your eye on Andrea Mengucci. He knows that he is on the verge of winning. It's a pass back. All he has to do is click attack with all of his creatures, and we will have our Mythic Invitational winner. It is Andrea Mengucci. Congratulations.
And with that, live from Boston at PAX East, the first Mythic Invitational champion was crowned in front of an animated Magic the Gathering crowd.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing eSport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.